Houseplant pests are incredibly common, but it doesn't mean that your houseplant is necessarily destined for a future in the compost heap. Here are a few great ways that you can easily and effectively rid your houseplants of all those unwanted pests and diseases. Hi everyone, you've got your favourite houseplant and it's been doing great for ages until one day you notice little bugs. Pests and diseases can inhabit both the leafy growth above the soil level and also the soil itself. But have no fear, here's how to quickly and easily take on the pests and win. Whilst chemical pesticides are still available, there are naturally derived organic alternatives that work really well without having to use the chemicals that can be harmful to more than the pests that you're trying to tackle. And for that, enter neem oil. Neem oil comes from the neem tree and it's extracted from the tree's seeds. The key to its success is a compound called azadirachtin. With this compound, neem oil kills off insects and bugs, and it can also be used as a preventative measure to repel them in the future. Best of all, it's organic, non-toxic to us as humans, as well as pets and wildlife, and it can be used indoors perfectly safely. Fill a small bottle with water and add a very small amount of neem oil, and I mean a small amount. A ratio of about 1 to 100 or 1 ml for every 100 ml of water is sufficient. Top tip, use room temperature water. It makes it easier to mix and it's less of a shock to your plants. Shake it well and then just spray. Then all you need to do is shake the bottle and spray. Top tip, always use room temperature water for 2 reasons. For starters, it makes it easier to mix, and secondly, it's less of a shock when you spray it on your plants. Some pests are tougher than others, like scale insect. They have a waxy covering that can help them resist attack. Neem oil does break that shield down, but to speed up the process even more, simply spray a little bit onto a cotton cloth or a cotton pad. Then gently wipe the affected area. This will help physically remove the majority of bugs and tackle any that are still there. I usually apply my neem oil in the evening so that it has the best opportunity to be absorbed into the plants, rather than the moisture simply evaporating really quickly. Neem oil can be applied regularly, as often as once a week, and not only does it actively treat pests and diseases, it can be used as a really effective preventative as well. You can even apply it as a compost drench to kill any pests in your compost or soil, and the roots will also take up some of that neem oil. Simply drench the soil with your neem oil mix and let it work its magic. If you have a particularly bad infestation in your soil, don't be afraid to take some serious action. I'm talking about completely replacing the compost or soil mix in your pot. Now, this might seem daunting, but it's actually really quite easy. Simply remove the plant from its pot and begin to remove all of the existing soil. You can do this by gently shaking it or even using a chopstick or something similar to loosen that compost away from the roots. Now, don't reuse any of this compost because, as you can imagine, it has the pests in it and you don't want to be spreading the problem into other plants within your collection. Then, once you have all the soil removed, simply repot your houseplant with nice, fresh, new, pest-free compost. So you can see, getting a few pests on your houseplant really isn't the end of the world. And by following these easy steps, you can say goodbye to the pests and hello to a renewed, happy houseplant.